Well, welcome back again, my friends, to another episode of Automotive Drama. This is part 2 of the Suzuki Samurai. Ha! No, sorry, Grand Vitara with a little 2.5. This thing actually runs really well. I'm really impressed with this thing. But okay. Now I want to point something out too. I don't know if anybody knows what that is, but that's a fuel line. Okay, and it wasn't me. There was somebody here before, I could tell, because there was bolts missing, bolts loose, clamps like that not on. The EGR hose down there was like almost falling off. This wire over here was pinched underneath the back part of the intake, and he had it all wrapped up around this hose wrong. But anyways, let's get beyond what... Oh, he also had a bolt missing over here, and he didn't tighten up a bolt down there. But let's get beyond that, and let me show you how to get this throttle body off. See, this one's busted, so I have a replacement too. But, okay. There's going to be a 10 and a 12 on the bottom. The 10 should be there, the 12 should be there, but this guy had them reversed. That's for the socket. And then there's going to be 2 studs up there. Now, I chose not to have to get to that EGR tube, and I'm leaving that back half of that intake in there. I really don't want to have to mess with it. I don't really have to, because now it moves around, as you can see. So I can easily get to the intake bolts and easily pull the intake right out of this with the fuel rail still in it. Now, oh, shop supervisor wants to say hi. You want to say hi to everybody? Say hi, Voltage. Voltage, say hi. But anyways, get down. Back to what I was talking about. Now, once you do get the throttle body off, the bolt that's down in here is really easy to get to. This bolt down here is easy to get to. You had to remove this. I had to loosen this up so I could get down in there, and the hose so I could actually I was thinking about taking that tube off, but I decided not to. But I still had to take the water hose off anyways, because it's part of this bracket, which has to come off when I pull the valve cover, which is the whole point of this job. But I want to point out, though, there's a water hose that goes right here, and it goes back through. You have to pull that out. I have it tucked back behind the intake. You see I got the wiring harness that's all wrapped up for all this. It tucks up underneath there. There's a ground wire you have to move. There's a hose right there that goes there, that goes here. And of course you got to take that off. You'll never get the wiring harness off. And you can see the water hoses. Yeah, I took the cable off because it was just easier to get it loose. What I want to definitely point out though was this hose. You see how I left it? It goes over there. See that water jacket? Yeah, right there. Now, I had to move that clamp because it wouldn't clear. But once you pull the studs out, this thing moves all over. It feels like a loose tooth. It wants to come out, but one little root right there was stuck on the line right there because this goes down in here like that. As you can see how easy it tucks in right now. But that clamp was in the way, and I got to change that clamp anyways because I never reuse those because no. Unless it's an emergency. Yeah, this thing needs a bunch of clamps. He needs a couple boxes of clamps. But alright, well, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Automotive Drama, Part 2. Likes are nice, subscribes are better. Questions, comments, feel free. Ring the bell if you want to follow more episodes. And I guess stay tuned because I'm going to show you how to take the intake off. Well, once I get the intake off, as you can see, actually I got the harness ready. It's ready to come off. Then I'm going to show you how to take the valve covers off. And also, I also found out that there's a cam seal on the back of this thing for, I'm not sure, I think that's the actual, I'm not even sure what that thing is for, but there's some kind of seal back there leaking, so when I got all this apart, I'm going to make sure I address that leaky oil seal because it's much easier to get to when I have all this apart than it would be when it's all crammed in there with everything around it. But anyways, thanks again, and stay tuned for more.